Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. And talking about pictures, here are some of them that you sent into our Eyewitness portal. We start with this picture from Lagos State showing an allegedly abandoned road project on Okuta Road and Bariga Market roundabout. Our Eyewitness reporter is calling on the government to complete this project. And still on Bad Road, next is this picture of Karimu Road in Abuja, and our Eyewitness reporter is calling on the FCT administration to fix the roads within the capital city. And also from Abuja is this picture showing cattle moving within the capital city. Our Eyewitness reporter is worried about the activity of herdsmen. He wants the authority to do something about this. And this picture is an accident scene on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway where 3 vehicles were involved. Our Eyewitness reporter is asking road users to be more safety conscious. And thank you so much for sending those pictures and images, and we do encourage you to keep them coming. And still talking about safety on the road, as the year comes to an end, the Federal Road Safety Corps is asking commuters, especially tanker drivers, to observe road safety rules and regulations to avoid accidents. This is according to the Chief Executive Officer of the FRSC, Corps Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi, who was addressing tanker drivers at their 2016 National Executive Council meeting, which took place in Lagos.
Carnage on Nigerian highways, resulting from accidents, most of which are caused by recklessness on the part of motorists, remains a source of worry to the authorities. Part of the effort to curb this trend informed this gathering of top officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) and the executive members of the Petroleum Tanker Drivers, a branch of the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers. Overspeeding, faulty tankers and drink driving are some of the causes of road accidents. And for the FRSC, enough is enough, and stiffer sanctions await erring drivers.
The majority of those crashes were caused by motor boys. And those ones at night must have been caused by fatigue. And the chairman told me at the beginning of this year, I told the press that the union have resolved that none of the trucks should be found at night. Majority of these trucks, the crashes occurred at night. Early in the morning, 4 a.m., 12 midnight, 10 p.m., 9 p.m., most of those crashes occurred. Some occurred in daytime, but they were all fatal with loss of lives and property. The extent of damage is very enormous, and that is why I'm happy all of you are here. We need to talk to ourselves. There is a problem, and we must find solution to it.
According to Nupeng, more specialized training for tanker drivers will give them better orientation to ensure sanity on our roads.
But we have said by January we're going to take up training programs for all the drivers, and we hope by the first quarter of 2017 we should be able to train at least 4,000 workers. Also putting them through various checks. It's not just training them, but putting them through some medical checks in terms of issues of drugs, drink, and saying, look, don't drive when you drink. And so these are the processes we want to put on ground and checks to see that we keep our roads safe.
Under no circumstance should a driver give motorboy or learner his tanker to drive on the highway.
And with this communique, the leaderships of the FRC and Nupeng leave with a renewed commitment to make Nigerian roads safer.
The hardship experienced by commuters who ply the Umuahia-Ikoekpene Road may soon be over, as the federal government has begun the rehabilitation of the 2.5-kilometer highway. While expressing their gratitude to government, the residents appealed to the contractors and firma to do a good work to ensure the road lasts long.
The economic significance of this road, linking Abia State to its sister states of Akwa Ibom and Cross River states, is underlined by the number of lorries, trailers and other commercial vehicles that ply it on a daily basis. but its deplorable state has become a source of worry to the road users. After so much appeal by the residents, help has finally come their way from the federal government through FERMA, which is the reason for this gathering.
And the minister saw the state of the road.
Residents appeal for quality road rehabilitation.
We don't want to see these FEMA people that will use cattle to pour bitumen. That thing inside the cattle is not bitumen. Bitumen cannot go out from cattle. Please, FEMA, we have suffered too much in you people's hand. Instead of repair, we only see damage from your hand. Please, I don't want to talk too much. I'm begging. Traditional village doesn't beg. But we are begging because we are peaceful people.
If you fail, these people will come to your office. Today, when we leave here, they will go and know your office. They will go and know your office. Any day you don't come here and walk, or if you are doing a shoulder job, if you see them, they are not stay with them. They will come to you and protest. All those things they do in other places, we now do it. We are not satisfied. We come and protest.
For the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, more attention is needed on the rails.
The problem we have in this country now is the absence of effective rail transport. Haulage mainly is done on the roads, and the roads are overstressed. That is the main reason why we've been having issues on our federal highways. We can only pray that the federal government should put more effort in the development of the rail system so that our roads will have a reprieve.
A total of 2.5 kilometers filled portion of the road will be rehabilitated, cutting across several other communities.
A non-governmental organization, the Coalition Against Corrupt Leaders, CACOL, has described as appalling and ridiculous the Senate's non-confirmation of Mr. Ibrahim Magu as the EFCC chairman based on what was described as a security report from the Department of State Services, DSS. CACOL made its position known in a statement by its executive chairman, Mr. Debo Adeniran. According to the group, it is utterly ridiculous that at this point that the DSS is coming up with the so-called security report after Mr. Magu has spent over a year in charge of the EFCC. It argues that the political class is fighting back against the anti-corruption fight and knows no limit in doing so. The House of Representatives Committee on Sports says it will not consider the 2017 budget of the Sports Ministry unless it's given a detailed presentation of how the 2016 budget was spent. The House Committee took this position following allegations from different federations in the Sports Ministry regarding the disbursement of funds to them. The Minister of Sports and Youth Development, Mr. Solomon Dalong, who was at the hearing, denied knowledge of such allegations. Our correspondent, Larry Lasisi, has this report.
As part of its duties in ensuring the implementation of the 2016 budget, the House of Representatives Committee on Sports met with the Minister of Sports and officials of the ministry. The meeting also sought to tackle pending issues such as the allegations against the Ministry of Sports regarding the disbursement of funds to the various sports federations in the ministry.
Before we left for Rio, we wrote and requested for the release of monies appropriated for in the budget, and it has not been released for the federations.
The minister also touched on funding for the Rio 2016 Olympics.
450 million was appropriated for Olympics, and we spent far beyond that. So that could not, monies that were given to the federations could not have been monies meant for Olympics.
A member of the committee observed that the ministry ought not to spend beyond the funds approved by the National Assembly.
It's a serious matter, Mr. Chairman, because he's spending outside the confine of the approval given by the National Assembly.
The funds spent were properly spent because we got them from intervention funds. We got these funds from intervention funds. From Mr. President.
The The chairman of the committee, however, says the minister will have to face the committee again on another day.
And you make sure that when you give us this kind of documentation, you give us a document that properly guided, because we will not consider the 2017 budget until we're through with the 2016 budget, and that is a procedure.
With the 2017 budget proposal already before the National Assembly, committees will be expected to complete work on the 2016 budget as soon as possible. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
In Anambra State, Governor Willie Obiano is challenging the youth to see themselves as major players in the development of the state. Governor Obiano was speaking at a mega rally organized by some youth under the aegis of United Anambra Youth Assembly in Awka, the state capital.
Over 50,000 youth in Anambra State at a mega rally to affirm their support for Governor Willie Obiano. The national leader of the group, Chinedu Obidigwe, speaks of the activities of the present administration with a request for him to continue his good work.
They betrayed us in the past and they cannot convince us now. There was a time all the properties belonging to Anambra was burnt down. We are being used in the past for Congress, and you brought our life back. You changed us with your mantra, mission and vision, and today we are listening along with you. Nobody born by a man can truncate it. Nobody born by a man can truncate it. God is there, and Anambra are watching.
With these encouraging words of support, Governor Obiano gives a reassurance of his commitment to the people's welfare.
There's a lot of work opportunities for our youth, and that's why we keep saying, be a good ambassador wherever you are as a youth. Don't get into trouble. Be good. We will get job for you. By the way, everybody that wants work in the agri area, I can assure you will get one almost immediately.
The event is rounded off with a solidarity march past of all branches of the youth organization from the 20 local government areas of the state, in a clear indication that they are solidly behind their governor.
The federal government's policy to improve rice production in the country has received a major boost from officials of the National Biotechnology Development Agency. The agency's Deputy Director on Agriculture, Dr. Umaru Ismaila, told farmers in Abuja that the improved planting technique will help reduce the importation of rice and ensure food security in the country.
Almost half of what we consume before now are imported from other countries. But what we are doing right now is to build on what we have, produce what we consume. And what I said before, there is no way you get a better rice production when the grain is of low yielding type. So you have to get the high yielding rice variety that will give you a higher yield subsequently. So we felt by 20 farmers on the rice seed multiplication, they will get a high yielding rice variety that will give us a high yielding crops subsequent year. So we can be self-sufficient in rice production in the country and possibly even export to other countries instead of bringing to complement what we are producing.
When the news at 10 returns, Nigeria's equities market sustains 7-day rally as traders lock in profits ahead of festivities. That's on Business News. Join us again.